Hello, we are live coming at you from Lewisburg, Tennessee, and we are here. Oh, I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good weekend as we start winding stuff down going into the week. We only got four more weeks before the end of the year, kind of, at the really think things was perspective there because wow, this year kind of flew by. Well, for me, I mean, other people it might have been kind of slow, kind of things going on, and I really hope you had, really hope that you had a good year, and if you had a bad one, I'm really sorry. I really hope that things get better, which they do. It just takes time, unfortunately, and uh, can't really sit here and say I've been in the situation because there's so many different situations you could be in. So, but with that, we will start with uh, she collected broken hearts, which this one right here is basically a poem I wrote for a word prompt. It's this one and another one, and you would definitely see. And the other one after this is for that word prompt, and the word prompt was basically hearts, jars, and other things. So there were and basically was a jar of hearts was basically what the poem, the word prompt was. My bad. She collected broken hearts, thrown together in jars of bubbling soup she flavored with the sorrow, tears, and lingering doubt. She knew her craft with every heart she took from the collection of men. She gathered them all, laced together with string that hung around her neck, a broken trophy tied with a knot on the end. And it's basically this is sort of like a witch or some kind of person who just basically collects um, hearts to be able to flavor her soups and stuff. If you're looking for different things like that, but the way I look at it is there are some people out there, men and women, that relish kind of them preying on people and they're breaking their hearts just because they can get a kick out of it, and or they don't really care about how the other person feels because they're getting what they need. Jar hearts, a fistful of clubs. The Harley Quinn plays with a loaded deck when it comes to love and twisted madness. And I kind of threw this together with like DC Comics and Harley Quinn character and how she's um, kind of mentally has a couple mental issues and stuff. So I kind of brought it back with that, being twisted in madness and how she loads the deck when it comes to love. Next one's called uh, I Harbored Them. And it's sticking along the same thing within that word prompt. And it's very few times when I actually go into a word prompt and do more than one. Because usually I'll do two, maybe one majority of the time because that's all you get to submit. So this one right here was the one case, so you can submit as many as you want. I harbor them here and there. Oh, lies in a vase where I try to erase them. Little harmless lies I spoke to you, careless words spoken to you as we danced around the topic of love. Your lies were louder and blinked us from this place of trust, where every lie you spoke. And it's basically talking about the poem is basically talking about lies and basically how we all lie when it comes to relationships in certain ways or different things. And here the person here is basically is a collection of lies. That's what I'm telling her, and she's telling me. So it's just basically, there's really no sense of where the truth is. Pardon me, got an itch. So the next one right now, basically is talks about heartstrings, but this is where I pull along the lines of wanting to the muse and everything. And this one's called Heartstrings of Mine. These fragile heartstrings of mine create beautiful melodies plucked by a goddess, whose silhouette is burned into my mind. Darkness found me when the light of her dimmed, and I became lost in the shadow of madness, searching for the flame of a scarlet goddess. Oh, how I missed the warmth of her frame when I curled up beside her, feeling her body rise and fall. I couldn't help testing the face as I placed slow pecks upon her neck. Tracing your shoulders slightly, my desire wasn't for sex or the feeling of a release, but of gratitude of being in the arms of a goddess and running my fingers through the flames of the crimson silk that adorn your head. Bittersweet memories course through my mind of wanting to feel your love and to touch your fingers like before when it was all new and it felt like you cared about me. Actually, this is about the cuddle buddy. So, different kind of thing there. But this is about her. So, the next one is called It's a Quiet Embrace. It's a quiet embrace when the light of dusk creeps into our room. The natural light is intoxicating as I lay here, watching an angel sleep, wrapped up in my arms. And it's basically the same thing with talking about the cuddle buddy. Basically, it was a cuddle buddy. It's just that's basically what I was doing, and kind of started having feelings for her, and that's where everything started going downhill. Because I really should have just left it alone, but I didn't. Well, I did. I did leave it alone. I stopped doing that a while back. The next poem is called Embrace Your Dreams. You can embrace your dreams one fragment at a time as you close your arms around them, because dreams gather at the center of your heart. And this is basically talking about dreaming and having dreams and doing things that you want to do and following your dreams. It's just basically a kind of a oh God, really? Sorry. It's just everything is just distractions. It's like, oh, look at the kitty. Sorry, everyone. I am so sorry. Solace. A blissful desire, a feeling I find myself longing for. With every breath, just to breathe you in and hearing those words, do you promise me you will love me forever? Even if it was only for a little while or a lifetime of stardust. And this is basically loving someone. And in that sense, and that's what I wrote about. And so this was for a word prompt of desire. This next one's called White Petals Fall. And it's a short one. It's basically for a word prompt. And usually these word prompts are usually, as I said, 25 to like 40 words. So you really have to think about trying to be condensed in that. So, white petals fall of cherry blossoms like snowflakes in winter collecting in your hair. And I was just trying to picture a small scene of being with somebody out in the snow, and how it collects in their hair. It's just basically the little visual. Because I try to be visual with my poems, and because there's very few times when I can actually do that. Those are the memories, is the name of this one. Those are the memories of a kiss beneath the cherry blossoms in spring. It was so sad. It was sad watching the cherry blossoms wither and fall like leaves of autumn. And yes, this is cherry blossoms is the word prompt here. So I had to come up with something for cherry blossoms, and that was basically the poem. And I just stuck it. I just got in that same thing of like between autumn and the seasons and stuff, and trying to have that same um, visual, I guess you can say. And the next one is called "Those Aren't Freckles," and this is basically just talking about the universe and how it, for me, it reflects into a woman. Those aren't freckles, but kisses from melted stardust. When you flew through the heavens on wings of fire, they're a reflection of all the stars in the universe, each one so unique. Then the first one you discovered, flakes of broken worlds, dirty snowballs that were scattered upon the solar winds, collected and poured into the fiery beauty, who can melt your heart with just a kiss from her lips and set your mind ablaze. And basically, in this poem, it's like comics are basically dirty snowballs, if you really, because that's basically what scientists feel they are. I mean, but they could be a lot of different things, because there really is a lot of different things out there. So we haven't really explored the universe, so we're starting to get to the point where we're trying to understand things. This one right here is called "Taste of Spring," and it talks about a girl. No one in particular. It just talks about what I was trying to visualize within this poem. I missed the taste of spring on your lips when we kissed. It was amazing, the memory of you. Like breathing after surrendering and being released from the crush of waves. Staring into the amber color of your iris and tracing your outline of your face. Like an ocean washing away the shore. It was a carnival of madness at the chaos of love, where I found myself caught up in the storm of you, just riding the waves of your smile and kisses, because it was the only thing I could grasp when you and I collide. And it's basically symbolizing a woman like the ocean, and how she changes, and how being drowning in her as a person, because you care and you love about her so much, to the point where you're obsessed. And there's a lot of people can understand that. So whether it's a guy or a girl, you can be obsessed with somebody to a degree. So again, another short poem here, and the first steps of May, after hiding in the dark of winter, waiting on spring. And it's basically just, you always said, me, I enjoy spring and fall. I mean, those are two things, because it's just not too hot, not too cold. But I enjoy seeing life coming back, and so the trees blooming and flowers blossoming, and all these different things after being so cold. He was a viper, is this one. This one's called. He lies and hide in the weeds, and he told you with his tongue between your legs. And this is basically, a guy basically lying to a girl, and being a viper, being a snake in the grass, and doing things to a woman. So, next weekend, I will be here. But I got a couple of things going on before I let you go. First off, December 10th at 7 p.m. at Everything Bar and Grill. No, not Everything Bar and Grill. Scratch that. Time to Eat Bar and Grill in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I will be headlining my first show. And I am so excited for that, especially being something local here in town. I've been looking forward to doing this. It's one of the things I've been working so hard for. So now it's finally coming to fruition. Um, the information is on the flyer that's in my thing. I will try to post that again so you'll be able to see it. There has been an ad floating around, so you probably have seen it. December 13th at Madtown Coffee in Nashville at 516 Gallatin Pike. I'll be doing a confessional poems. I've never done one of those, so basically it starts at 6 o'clock. I will be there. Sarah Mingus from Prodigal Poets. She's the one that's doing this, so definitely, if you, I'm definitely going to try and be there for that. Depends on how things go, but definitely you ever trying to make it out. And December 20th, and I just found out about this, and I'm hoping that there's a lot of things I can go on. This was Poetry in the Boro at the Oland Event Center at 5:30 is when doors open, and 6:30 is when open mic starts. And this is on December 20th in Murfreesboro. It says I got invited to this, so I'm hoping that I can go and do this and sell books too, because this one and December 13th and December 10th I'll be selling my books. Hopefully you get some people. I'm hoping to get my website up, so but definitely come check me out December 10th at at Time to Eat Bar and Grille up here in Lewisburg. And also check out my friends Sarah Aikenhead and Bill Rillon Miller and Cast It Into Fire podcast. Jenna Jinx Portraits over on Instagram. Aria, Brian, and Alberta with their reggae things. This is all the stuff will be in the comment section of this right here. So definitely check it out. Y'all have a good night. See you next weekend.